Every warrior walks a different path. Samurai, the path of discipline. Ronin, the path of independence. Ninja, the path of strategy. Zen monk, the path of wisdom. Shogun, the path of power. But today, we explore the path of the he waited 20 years, then took everything. Look at your life. You launch a project, work hard for 2 weeks, and when immediate results do not flood your lap, you'll throw your hands in the air and abandon the entire endeavor. You start a new physical regimen, expect dramatic transformation in a month, and quit the moment your muscles ache without instant gratification. You are the emotional drifter. You're addicted to short-term surges of dopamine, running from the bitter sting of patience straight into the arms of instant gratification, seeking quick fixes for problems that require decades of relentless construction. You call it pivoting. You tell yourself that by constantly switching targets, you're remaining flexible, agile, or searching for your true passion. It is a pathetic, cowardly lie born of deep mental rot. You are simply too soft to endure the long, silent winter of preparation, abandoning your potential before it ever has a chance to take root. The paradox is absolute. In your desperate rush to achieve immediate success, you guarantee your permanent failure, scattering your energy into 100 shallow wells that never reach water. There is a hidden, terrible architecture to this constant drift. Every time you abandon a long-term goal because the path becomes quiet and unremarkable, you sign an invisible warrant that condemns your character to permanent insignificance. And the terrifying mystery you refuse to face is that real power is never built in the loud heat of immediate action. It is forged in the silent, terrifying endurance of a long wait that stays completely hidden until the exact moment of total conquest. The ancient world had absolutely no room for the impatient. In the bleeding, mud-soaked battlefields of feudal Japan, a warlord who reached for power prematurely did not just lose an empire. He brought total annihilation upon his entire lineage. The samurai elite understood that impetuous ambition was a fatal flaw, while strategic patience was a lethal, unyielding weapon. Your true internal enemy is not a fast-moving modern economy, a noisy marketplace, or fierce competition. Your true enemy is the internal coward that demands immediate reward before it agrees to stay disciplined. You have traded the deep sovereign gold of long-term strategic mastery for the cheap tarnished copper coins of short-term comfort. The modern emotional drifter lives in a state of perpetual psychological decay because he cannot endure a single month of unrewarded effort, while the true ruler understands that true authority is built over decades of unblinking composure. Let us look back to the longest, most calculated strategy in Japanese history. In the late 16th century, Japan was a chaotic inferno of betrayal and war, dominated by ruthless warlords who destroyed themselves through reckless ambition. Amidst this storm stood Tokugawa Ieyasu, documented historical fact records that for over 20 years, Ieyasu lived under the absolute shadow of superior rivals like Oda Nobunaga and Toyotomi Hideyoshi. He was forced to bow, smile, send hostage family members, and serve men who held his destiny in their hands. While lesser warlords rebelled prematurely and were promptly executed, Ieyasu played a long, silent game. He swallowed every humiliation, built his economic base in silence, and sharpened his military apparatus away from the spotlight. It is said in popular Japanese legend that while Nobunaga would kill a bird that would not sing, and Hideyoshi would force it to sing, Ieyasu would sit quietly and wait for the bird to sing. While this unverified tradition captures his strategic essence, his documented history reveals a terrifying reality. His weight was never passive surrender. It was the quiet, deliberate tightening of a vice that spanned decades. Consider the visceral reality of Ieyasu's decades in the shadows. The cold mountain winds blowing through his wooden fortress at Mikawa. The heavy scent of wet iron armor, damp pine needles, and burning horse manure during freezing campaigns. The agonizing weight of sitting in formal audience before Hideyoshi, bowing his head to the dirt while secretly calculating the exact logistical vulnerabilities of his master's empire. He did not complain. He did not reveal his strategic intent through arrogant boasts or premature strikes. For 20 long years, he accumulated grain, trained his samurai in strict discipline, and waited for time and nature to consume his rivals. When Hideyoshi finally died and the nation fractured in 1600, Ieyasu did not hesitate. He struck at the Battle of Sekigahara with the crushing momentum of an entire mountain falling upon a valley. He took absolute control of Japan, establishing a dynasty that ruled in total peace for over 250 years. Ieyasu proved that the man who can master his own impatience and wait 20 years in silence will eventually inherit everything from those who could not master 20 minutes. The mechanics of your failure are simple. You confuse immediate activity with progress. You tell yourself that if you are not seeing instant feedback, you are wasting your time, when in reality, you are simply too soft to build real depth. Every time you abandon a habit, a skill, or a venture because the initial excitement fades, you chip away another piece of your warrior mindset, training your mind to accept short-term comfort over long-term dominance. You have become a somatic drifter, hopping from one shallow trend to another because your character lacks the spine to endure quiet repetition. If you want to break this cycle of constant drift, you must adopt the severe, uncompromising posture of Tokugawa Ieyasu. You must realize that the greatest fortress is built brick by boring brick, far away from the applause of the crowd. Master the long wait. Stop. Look at your habits right now. You are listening to these words, feeling a sudden surge of ambition, imagining the grand empire you will build over the next decade, while sitting completely passive in this exact second. But the truth is, the moment this video concludes, your emotional drifter will demand a quick fix. You will seek another instant high, abandon your current project when it gets tedious, and return straight to your quiet desperation. Inspiration is the drug of the weak. The Shogun does not rely on a transient feeling to execute his strategy. He moves because his self-discipline has turned patience into a non-negotiable law of his identity. If you are going to continue living as a fragile creature who needs weekly rewards to stay focused, turn this off right now. This way of the warrior is reserved exclusively for those willing to bear the heavy gold weight of absolute long-term commitment. Strategic patience is a cold, lonely road. It requires you to work in absolute darkness, enduring silence, obscurity, and doubt without a single guarantee of immediate success. No more chasing short-term highs. No more complaining that your efforts are not being noticed today. Let them ignore you. Let the modern world marvel at your sudden, unyielding permanence when your moment finally arrives. The era of your short-sighted drift is dead. Step onto the golden path of the Shogun, plant your feet firmly in the soil of long-term vision, and outlast every obstacle in your path. inherit the empire. Every warrior walks a different path. Samurai, the path of discipline. Ronin, the path of independence. Ninja, the path of strategy. Zen monk, the path of wisdom. Shogun, the path of power. Which one are you? Comment below.